Hello and welcome to the other video. I hope you enjoyed my anime video. This is the pop culture one where we're going to focus on things such as Marvel, Ben 10, Mario and Pokemon. So let's get it started with Marvel DVD. So, for the Marvel DVDs, we're going to cut it up into partially 5 segments. The fifth one is a little, because they haven't really come up with it. So, let's start off with Phase 1, where we have Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, which, to be honest with you, I don't really know if it should be part of it or not, because it follows on from a Hulk movie from 2003, but doesn't come back, yeah. And then we have Iron Man 2, Thor's first movie, Captain America, the first Avenger, and finally the Avengers, probably one of the best team-up movies of 2012. Next up, we have Phase 2, starting with Iron Man 3, moving on to The Winter Soldier, then going to For the Dark World, Guardians of the Galaxy, the new team, Age of Ultron, and they didn't finish on an Avengers movie. They moved on to Ant-Man. The next segment we're working on is the bigger one, Phase 3, which is probably the best phase and the phase I actually joined in. There's Civil War, one of the best Captain America DVDs. People do occasionally call it Avengers 2.5. I know this isn't really part of the phases, but Deadpool. It's the only Deadpool movie I have until Deadpool and Wolverine come out on DVD. We have Doctor Strange, Guardians Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, which I got a bonus disc with. It was one of the first ones I actually bought, because yeah, and there was a comic inside, but I lost it. And this one, Thor Ragnarok, the second movie I saw in Marvel. However, it's one of the best ones I liked. Then we move on to the ones I've seen all of them in the cinema. Yeah, Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Captain Marvel, not that good. Ant-Man and the Wasp, a little better, but still no good. And Ghost is coming back for the Thunderbolts movie. Avengers Endgame, the best Avengers movie out there, and the second most earned money thing. And finally, once again, they finished with Spider-Man 2, a second Phase 3 one. Now on to Phase 4. Next up, Phase 4. I have way too many Marvel movies. I've seen all of them, I've got all of them. They've got all the way to Phase 4, and there are 250 videos. They don't know. Anyway, Phase 4. I'm going backwards. Black Widow, Shang-Chi, martial arts expert, this piece of shit, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man No Way Home, the best, and the second best, they put too much comedy into it, but I still love it, Thor Love and Thunder. Two of my favourite Phase 4 movies. And like I just showed you, Wakanda Forever. we're not going to talk about Eternals because I never saw it in the cinema and I never want to watch it again because it's a piece of shit. And finally, the first 3 videos of Phase 5. The Marvels? Meh. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the best finale trilogy to exist. And Ant-Man and Quantumania do not exist. Now, we're going to talk about video games. The video games Marvel have done, I only have a couple of. I know there's stuff like Spider-Man and Miles Morales and Lego Superheroes 1, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get them before the time of filming this video, so you're going to have to deal with Spider-Man 2. Came out exactly a year ago to this day when I'm putting this video out. Best game ever. I love it. I've almost completed it. I've got the last boss to do. Next up, we have Guardians of the Galaxy. Another amazing game. One of the best ones Square Enix could make. And Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, which at the moment I'm trying to platinum. I'm trying to get as many of the Lego things sorted as possible. So I'm halfway through completing the game and getting the characters and stuff, but overall I am enjoying it. Did you know that I like Marvel because I spent so much of my money on Funko Pop with the head that rolls around in dumbness? You think I'm not kidding? 6, 7, 8, 10 Funko Pops. All from Marvel. Hello, I'm up here. Let's quickly go through them. We'll start off Spider-Man. Spider-Man from No Way Home. Next up, we have Red Guardian, an Amazon exclusive when they did the Year of the Shield. Captain America. My first Marvel Pop, Captain America Falcon, a special edition. Doctor Strange, number 1000. Pretty cool, don't you think? This guy, Thor from Thor Love and Thunder, with its head a little wobbly because it's a bobblehead. We have Zombie Captain America from What If. We have He Who Remains from the Loki series, which is a Summer Convention 22 limited edition that I was able to find in a shop nearby. And then we have the Make-A-Wish Spider-Man. Yeah. And the Marvels, Miss Marvel, aka Kamala Khan. We have my most recent one, Electro, from No Way Home. Very good performance from Jamie Foxx. And finally, we have, look out, here comes the special edition Spider-Man. Very good. Next up, we're going to talk about books and comics. I have a bag of comics, but we're going to start with the books first because it's a book. I can't read. What does this say? Does it say Balana Mama Hayaya Boba? Nah, just kidding, I know it. I know what it says. It says heroes and villains, and it basically just shows you a list of Marvel villains and heroes. And Nick Fury apparently wrote this. Next up, we have the comics. Now, these are some really old-fashioned type ones. This is Captain America, powerless before the Punisher. And I actually opened this one up, but because I'm gonna keep it, because it's so old, you can keep it. You should keep it in a sealed pack. And as you saw, 12 pence. Then you have X-Men. The Fall of the Mutants is coming. Uncanny. December. 40p. What do you think? I brought all of these at a convention and you just saw it, but I wanted a Sinister Six Spider-Man one similar to this one or this one, but no, they don't have it. So I got this instead. Sinister War with Sinister Six movies and stuff like that. And now we finish Marvel with these two things. Lego and erasers. Let's start off with the erasers. There you go. That's them. Yeah, bye-bye. And now we go on to Lego. Minifigures mostly. We have Storm with electric coming out of her hands. And then we have Beast with a cup that has the X-Men logo on it. There you go. He's an X-Men. And then we have this guy. I don't know his name. Please, if you know it, tell me it in the... Let's just call him Werewolf. And then we have the most popular, because of the recent movie, and how well he was played. Wolverine. Hi, I'm from Down Under. My name is Wolverine. I'm played by Hugh Jackman. Guys, I wanted to show you this costume. I came up with it myself, and here it is. It's the Thor costume. Unfortunately, no hammer. The cape got a bit mixed up in things and is somewhere in my cupboard, but that's it. Next up, we're going to focus on some Ben 10. I got some DVDs from CEX, and these are the original ones with Diamond Head, Upchuck, Ghost Freak, and all that sort of stuff. As you can see in the back, it's pretty awesome. I used to watch these religiously. They were the best thing, and I did have a Ben 10 bag that I wanted to show you, but it's holding some other stuff. And then we're going to move on. Alien Force. Yes, only one DVD out of 20 set, I don't know. Next up, we're looking at video games. The video game, Protector of the Earth. I know there are other ones like, there's a DS version of Alien Force and a Wii game of Alien Force, and then there's some more updated ones with Ben 10, Omniverse and stuff like that. To be honest with you, Ben 10 and Ben 10 Alien Force are probably top tier. Omniverse, for me, at the moment, is mid-tier rather than low-tier where the reboot is, because I'm not a huge fan of it. Next up, we're going to be talking about Mario. And to start off with, we're not going to be talking about things like Luigi's Mansion 1, 2 and 3, Super Smash Bros, because that's about the whole of Nintendo rather than just Mario. And we're not going to be looking at anything linked with Donkey Kong or anything like that. And because it isn't around anymore, and we are going to talk about DVDs, I'm not talking about the original Mario Brothers movie. 0 out of 10. So, let's get started with the Nintendo Switch games. Mario Party Superstar, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and let me just put this on here as well. Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U. They're literally the same thing except for one's on the Switch and one's on the Wii U. And another video game that came out this day a year ago, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, where everything is crazy. And now, let's move on to Super Mario 3D World for the Wii. I did have the 3D World for the 3DS, but I don't have it anymore. Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Party DS, and Mario 64. These were both gifted to me by my lovely brother, and they are really good. And films. Last year, Mario movie. They're making a sequel. It's gonna be awesome. Anyway, let's move on to the final one before we end the video. Next up, we're going to be talking about Pokemon. I am as much of a fan of Pokemon as I am of Marvel. I've collected as many games as possible and all that sort of jazz. So we're going to go through them now. So starting from recently to now, Scarlet. I do have Violet, but I downloaded it on my Switch. We have Legends Arceus, one of the most revolutionary Pokemon games apparently. The ones we don't really talk about, Diamond and Pearl. And we also have the first generation to be on the Switch, Sword and Shield. If you can see it different, it's because I've had Shield since 2019 and I've only had Sword since 2022. And one of the best games in my opinion. And then we have Mystery Dungeon. I haven't really played much of it on it, honestly. And Let's Go Eevee, which is alright. I do like it a bit. And we're going to move on to the 3DS games next. Continuing on, we have Ultra Sun and no, I was about to say the opposite. We have Sun and Ultra Moon. The last games to come out on the 3DS, and this one being the last ever one before Let's Go. We have Omega Ruby. Unfortunately, I don't have Alpha Sapphire because, yeah. We have X, possibly my favorite generation. We have Black. I had White as a child, so I wanted to get Black recently. And finally, Soul Silver, which as you can see, I got from CEX, but I'm not telling you for how much, because it was expensive. Next up, we're going to talk about the TCG. So, I have four different segments for this. First off, because it's a booklet, I thought it would be best to do it, show you it this way, so that I can show you, like, these are the cards I collect that are, like, full art, or like gold cards and full art trainers, or some that came from old cards, and recently the Ace Trainer and stuff like that, and energies and stuff like that. And I was gonna do the thing where I spin it around, but I didn't think I'd have enough to do it, so I left it to say, why not do it this way? Next up we have my book of EXs. EXs, V stars, GXs, Vs and all that. And they're all in here packaged like this in horizontal. I do have some gold cards in here and stuff like this, but these are like the big pools that I wanted to get out of the way and stuff. So they like the big ones, like for example Gold Duraludon and that sort of thing. And yeah, they're all a bit of a mix. So the next binders I have, I'm doing this thing where I am trying to make a complete Pokédex. So for example, as you can see, I've got Gen 1 here, and then when we come later you see bits of Gen 2 and Gen 3, and I'm trying to fill out every single bit to make sure the Pokédex comes out as it is, and the other one's just continuing from 5 all the way to Paldea, and I have collected a ton of these. I'm just trying to get as many as I can, and these 3 binders, they're very empty, but they include some really cool shiny Pokemon. So I'm trying to do a shiny dex type thing where I'm collecting certain shiny Pokemon, and I think one of the best ones to show you is the last one, because it has a full page, because they released, they released the shiny thing from Paldea Evolved, and all of them are shiny. So yeah, and it's pretty cool, and you get like certain ones from older generations, so you have Sandaconda, Boltund and all that, and then you have the most recent ones like Paldea Evolved and all that sort of jazz. And anyway, I was going to talk to you about the Pokemon Go app, but I don't have my phone on me because that's what I'm using to record this video. And so we're gonna move on to DVDs. It's Ryan Reynolds. What we're going to talk about is Detective Pikachu. It's one of my favourite live action movies, and it stars Ryan Reynolds, who plays Deadpool. And whilst I'm on the topic, we're going to do figures at the same time. So this Oshawott one, I got a Funko Pop I got from a convention bag based around Pokemon. And this Charizard one, with a Charizard card inside that I've kept inside because very expensive it could be. It's a figure that came in a box of Charizard, and it used to have like Charmeleon and Charmander on each side, but it was only that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I had a lovely time recording this, and hopefully you enjoyed every little bit of it. And if you haven't seen the other video, go and check out my anime thing. If you click on my channel, it should be there. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Hello and welcome to today's video, where today is my birthday. And so what I do is, because I'm such a nerd, I'm going to make two videos. One based on pop culture, which will be like Marvel, Pokemon, Ben 10 and all that sort of thing. But this video is going to be about my anime merchandise that I have. Some of it you may have seen before, some of it you may not have. So let's get started with DVD. We're starting off in the wonderful world of One Piece. And the DVDs I have are One Piece Film Red, One Piece Collection 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which I haven't taken out of its packaging because I really love Nico Robin and I'm hopefully going to get her to sign it at some point. But if you want a closer look at it, here are some videos. Next up, we have One Piece video game. Well, I only have one, so it's One Piece Odyssey. I really love playing it, especially as I can play as my favourite Straw Hat, Frankie, Super, and all that. I love Frankie. Yes, I do have a PS5. Take a look at this. Next up, we have figures. So we've got a Luffy figure, Gear 4, and a Zoro big figure. I only need a Sanji, and then I'm going to make a Monster Trio one. But seeing as we don't have Sanji, I've got some other small ones. Some based on the actual anime in Dressrosa. So we have Luffy, Zoro, and Bartolomeo, and some which are based on the live action, like the lovely Inaki Godoy, who plays Luffy, and the lovely Jacob Romeo, who plays Usopp. And whilst we're on the subject of figures, I thought, why not talk about Funko Pops? We have Gear 5 Luffy, which I tried to get signed by Colin Clinkenbeard, but unfortunately I didn't have enough money, so I couldn't. I got her to sign the poster though, that you will see later in this video, but I might have to move that till after I've shown you the posters in a different video, in a different segment. We also have Shanks, a Funko exclusive. I really love this one. Special edition, which is pretty cool. And something my friend got me for my previous birthday. Luffy Hawk, Red Hawk Luffy, which I actually love. I haven't opened them because I don't really like opening some figures. So, hopefully, yeah. So, next up, we're going to move on to manga. Next up, we have the manga. I have chapters, volumes 99 to 106. Some of my favourites including Egghead, the start of it, and I do like the picture for this one, although the story is a bit short. And yeah, Gear 5 Luffy 100%. And then obviously another one that links to Gear 5. And then we've got some old Wano ones. This one I really love because it includes Ace. Ace was one of my favourite characters. And it's volume 100. How can you not? So, yeah. Next up, we've got those posters I was talking about. So, the posters I'm about to show you aren't the ones I got signed, but I will have a segment after this where I show you the posters in a spinning montage that you've seen in the previous segments, and after that you'll get to see the framed photos I have up, and they're all signed by the English voice actors. But first off, we got Boa Hancock, but do you want to know how they spelt her name? Oh, it's Boa Hancoco Pops. No, it's meant to be Hancock, like Matt Hancock, but we don't talk about him. Or how there's a space in Draco Mihawk's poster, which makes it sound like Draco Mia Wak. And how Marco and Kaido, out of all of them, have the bolder text because they have a single name. But seriously, I should have brought these from a different website. These were silly. And I'm glad I didn't get any of them signed. I think I had a buggy one, but then I just ripped it up because I just thought, to heck with it. And speaking of which, we are going to look at some TCG. So, the TCG, I have them in Pokemon sleeves. But we all know the One Piece TCG, Luffy, Shanks, Sabo. And I wanted to show you this because this is an original Japanese card from a Japanese One Piece set, and it's this one, the Kids Wanted card. I don't know what else it says. I can play it in a Japanese tournament, but I won't understand what happens. And then obviously you've got Nico Robin, Frankie, Uta from the red one. You have Zoro, Jinbei, Vivi, the Sunny. How does the Sunny have a... Wait, no, I didn't. Yeah, the Sunny does have a card, don't worry. Don't worry. And we all know the normal TCG, but did you know they did a collab with Top Trump? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the One Piece TCG. No, not TCG, sorry. Top Trumps card set. And can we just have a look at Jinbei for a second? Why does he look like that one from Chowder where he's like, rada, 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 rada? What the heck? I know he's young, but why does his neck have to be so thin? And obviously you get your regular people, like you have your Top Trump, Luffy being the best card, and then suddenly, oh wait, the Sunny has a card, but wait a second, where's the Going Merry? Do you see the Going Merry in here? Oh no, you just see people from Fishman Island. Oh wait, no, it's about Fishman Island, the stupid people. Sorry about that. So, let's continue with the other stuff. The stuff that wasn't really linked to anything in this. So, we had DVDs, figures, Funkos, and posters, and TCG. And they weren't a part of it. So, we're going to start off. Yeah, this is an umbrella. It's not a baseball bat, it's an umbrella. Now, I'm not gonna open it. What am I, a idiot? So I'm gonna step out into the British weather and open it up so you can see this is what it looks like at the bottom. Next up we have lanyard. So you have your One Piece one, and there are on the side there's like the Straw Hat one, you have Zoro, and then somewhere, I don't know where, you have Chopper. Yeah, somewhere. Yeah, here, there you go. Chopper. And yeah, obviously you have Luffy on the back, and when I go to conventions and stuff I like to wear that. And on the other one you have Yamato, and the other lanyard holder basically the same. Next up we have the cup and mug that looks like a straw hat, which you saw from my last video, and the Chopper pet thing, which you also saw from my last stream, and the comfy little blanket as well. These three I ordered. I haven't started this. This doesn't even make sense. It's a pocket thingy, and I haven't drunk out of this because it looks too much. Yeah, I like drinking it, and it's way better presented like this. And finally, for One Piece, we have sword. You've probably seen me play with this if you've seen my first merch video. And yeah, that's about it. And so, for the next segment, we're going to move on to Naruto. Is this supposed to be real good? Is this supposed to be real good magnets? Because they're not. I'm skipping. Next up, we have Naruto, and we're going to start off with the DVDs. My favourite of the whole episodes is the wedding arc right at the end, and it has some of the best storylines and comedy in it in the DVD. Next up, not too much of a fan of it, but we have Naruto Shippuden box set 33. And then we have two movies, The Lost Tower and The Will of Fire. And yeah, those two are... The Will of Fire I prefer more. So if I was to rank them, it would probably be box set 38, Will of Fire, box set 33, and then The Lost Tower. And speaking of Tower, let's do some Funko. Oh. Pops. So, first off is a regular Naruto one. You have in your normal one Naruto Uzumaki, Naruto Shippuden, and this next one is a really special one to me because I got it signed by the English voice actor for Naruto, Miley Flanagan, and she is such a lovely person, and I cannot believe what it says on it is, to Joseph, me, believe it, which is Naruto's catchphrase, and then she signed it, and at the bottom she wrote Naruto. And this is what I would have also wanted for the Funko Pop for Gear 5 Luffy, but because I didn't have the amount of money, then yeah. So the next segment we're going to move on to is one of my second favourites, because it's One Piece, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Naruto. And we're going to move on to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Next up, we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and we are going to start off with the first part on DVD. Don't worry about that. It's actually the first and second part on DVD. Yeah. Set 1, the animation. The next bit, we're going to break up into... 4 different sections. Why did I count that? It was stupid anyway. Okay. Sorry about the laughter. We're going to start off with the first part, JoJo Part 1. Unfortunately, I only have the first two manga parts, chapter 1 and chapter 1 and 2. Unfortunately, I can't really show you much of inside because there's some stuff YouTube wouldn't let me show you because it is extreme and I do not want to get banned. We are now skipping all the way to part 4, where I only have the first book because, yeah, I'm not rich. And same reason with why I don't have 2 and 3, part 2 and 3, is also because I'm not rich enough. But then we get to part 5. 7 books out of 8, I should say. All 7 books. They are, to be honest, part 5 is my least favourite part. I don't know why I have so many. It's Steel Ball Run I'm after. But before Steel Ball Run, we should really get to Stone Ocean. Stone Ocean, the series at the moment, which is continuing. 5 books already published in English. And I want to show you this because it's my it's my favourite. This is my favourite back cover. I'll try and get a picture up. I cosplayed Jotaro in one of my cons, and yeah, it was pretty fun. That was actually the one where I got most of the stuff signed. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and go and check out the second video, the pop culture reference with Marvel, Ben 10, and all that sort of shit. You're gonna love it. Anyway guys, this is it. The frames that have been signed. Ian Schkeller, Eric Vale, Christopher Sabbath, not that one, Christopher Sabbath, Lucy Christian, Sonny Strait, and Colin Clinkenbeard, which I got to sign instead of the Funko.